What's going on, everybody? We're here with another diecast review. I guess diecast being Monster Truck or Monster Jam. It's gonna be a Mud Blasters. These are color changing. These are actually pretty cool. Never done one of these. This is the first time I've done this. So what you're supposed to do with it is it changes colors. It takes the mud off when it's, I guess, hot, and then when it goes cold, it puts the mud back on, which is pretty cool. These are the ones that they put out for this. You got Blue Thunder, which I'm looking for the Blue Thunder one. These are Series 1. So would this actually be 2025? It says 2024, but Series 1. So I'm guessing this would be 25, I'm guessing. Maybe they just did bad copywriting with 24. Or unless this was released in 2024. So let's actually take a closer look at this, and then we're going to be figuring out this whole Mud Blasters part. So like I said, I've never done one, so it's the first time around for me. If you've done these before, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm still learning this too. I mostly do diecast cars. I've done a lot of monster trucks with Hot Wheels, but actually I like Gravedigger, so that's the reason why I picked this up. Man, these things are a pain in the butt. When I don't do the video to open these, it does not take me long, but then when I sit here and do it on video to open it, man, I screw it up somehow and freaking hard to open. Alright, here's actually what the monster truck looks like before we try to put this thing underwater. The body, oh, this feels weird. It's a lot more different. You got the mud on the tires. You have Gravedigger, all in mud. You can't really see much on that through the mud. You got the flames on the front with mud. Top, man, this just feels weird. Can't wait to actually see if this gets smooth. It's a lot of texture on here, I guess, from the mud. But this thing looks pretty cool, actually. So you do have the roll cage being in green, underneath of it being purple. The tires have mud all over them. BKT on the tires. Tires do roll, of course. Axles do move. So you have Gravedigger on top with Bad to the Bones. Of course, that's going to be coming off here soon, I guess. Gravedigger, of course, you can't really see much. You got the house with the moon and the tree. Can't really see the tombstones. And then you have the flames on the front being dirty. You have the windshield being dirty, which is pretty cool. So overall, this truck looks good. So now let's actually put this thing under hot water to see if we can get this mud off. So I'll be back to you as soon as I get this mud off. Okay, I left this thing underwater for probably a good 5 minutes trying to see if I can get some of this mud off. It does not come off the windshield. That's the only thing. So let's do this real quick. This is what does come off the tires. This thing's warm. It's not hot because I'm definitely not boiling water to melt this thing. But Bad to the Bone, you can see that's pretty cool. You can see how the texture does change once the mud's off. Now once it gets cooler, the mud should appear back on it, which is actually pretty cool. I'm trying to see if I can get these water spots off. Now you can see the graveyard looks good. Now the front, like I said, does not come off the windshield. I tried to like literally scrape it off the windshield and it would not come off the windshield. Now it's somewhat starting to come back since it's getting a little bit cooler. You can see how the front here looks. It came right off the tires really fast. That's probably the first thing that actually came off of here. So it's overall pretty cool. It's pretty cool like how they do this. But now let's run this thing under cold water and then look at it. Because I mean, it's pretty cool. I like how this is. So be right back. Hold on, let me put it under cold water and we'll put the mud back on it. Alright, this was literally no more than 30 seconds. And as soon as this thing hit cold water, it just right back. I mean, I didn't get it fully back on the tires completely, but pretty much the mud's back on there, which is pretty cool. I mean, I have to say this is actually pretty cool the way they done this. So I could have let it run on top to get the mud back on, but eventually it probably will come back on. But I mean, don't really have much to say. I mean, that's how you do it. Run them under hot water, the mud comes off. Put them back under cold water, the mud comes back on. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I've said pretty cool like 10 times in this video. If you want to see more of these, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if I find any more of these, I would probably buy them because they're pretty cool. I don't know how many times I've said cool. But I will see you tomorrow with a new video. If you haven't done so, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow with a new one. Hope everybody's enjoying their day.